We have breaking news, though. First, in the search for Brian Laundrie, the FBI says, quote, items of interest were found in a Florida nature reserve, and an evidence response team is processing the scene there. The family's attorney says Brian's parents went to the park this morning, and some articles belonging to Brian were found there after a brief search off a trail that he was known to frequent. The Sarasota Medical Examiner's Office has also been called to the reserve, where a renewed search is underway now. Let's bring in ABC News contributor and former FBI agent Brad Garrett for more on this. Brad, when the FBI says they found items of interest, what are they talking about?
I'm going to guess, Terry, they're talking about clothing of Brian Laundrie. Now, how would they know that? Maybe the parents described the clothing he had on when they last saw him about a month ago. There has been some discussion, I don't know if it's accurate or not, that there was a backpack found. Is that his? There was also discussion that there were human remains found. Again, I've not heard any corroboration, but if that is true, I mean, that's why you would call the medical examiner there. And then that, Terry, becomes complicated, because if it's Brian Laundrie or whomever it might be, if they've been in the elements or underwater for a period of time, it may not be a quick ID. I have worked in cases where people have been outside for a year. We had to take them back and go to dental records to figure out who they were. So the reason I say that is it may be a while before you get an answer if, in fact, they found human remains.
And we also just heard within the last hour, Brad, that the coroner was called to the scene. So now the medical examiner has been called. Now the coroner has been called. What could that mean?
Well, that means they found some remains. You don't need the coroner to process clothing. You got the FBI evidence response team. They've already put up a tent, and they're doing a grid search, I guarantee you, right now of the area. So you only call medical examiners in because you have human remains. That's their primary jurisdiction. They're the ones that tend to look at manner and cause of death. And you really want them at the scene on the front end, because they need to see what you have found firsthand before anything gets moved, because it's a different set of eyes to have medical experts look at a scene versus law enforcement or whomever, even emergency medical service folks. And so all of the above, I think, will be going on, and we'll see if, in fact, we've got an idea of someone. I would hope at this point it might be Brian, but we just don't know yet.
Just for the closure's sake, law enforcement have spent weeks searching this nature reserve. Today, they were able to find these items with the Laundrie family help after just a brief search. So maybe they are telling the authorities something they hadn't before or remembered something, but it does seem like they were able to zero in today and come up with something.
Terry, keep one thing in mind. 75% of the Carlton Reserve is underwater. That translates in one day something's above water, the next day it's below water. So just because you have searched an area on day A and found nothing, when you search it on day B or C, when water has receded, you may find something. So I don't know if that's the case, but it's clearly the nature of these sort of water-driven locations in Florida and clearly other places. But the point being, that's why it may have been found quicker today versus some other day.
It's been such a struggle in this case for the families. And ABC News contributor Brad Garrett, we thank you once again for your help on this.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.